So month one with braces at the age of 28 was rough, but month two came with its own surprises. I got my second adjustment and also got my teeth professionally cleaned, and there's just a lot that people don't talk about. So if you're on your own adult braces journey, here's what went down on month two and what you can expect. Before we start, I just want to say welcome to the BeSoGuud channel, where we're all about elevating ourselves to be our best, both inside and out. It's so good to have you here. Let's dive in. Starting off with my adjustment appointment and just pain changes overall. So this is my second time that I got my braces adjusted, and let me tell you that it actually hurt a lot more than the first adjustment that I have. I will say it did not hurt as much as getting the braces on. If you're coming from my first, adult braces one-on-one video, I really dive into it more there, but it hurt a lot. I couldn't eat any solid food for a couple of days, so it hasn't been as bad since the beginning, but I will say that this second adjustment really, she went heavy on the adjusting, that's for sure. Just like in my first adjustment, I got all my rubber bands removed and replaced with new ones. I do have ceramic braces on the top and metallic braces on the bottom. So on the ceramics, I just put the clear pearl rubber bands, and on the bottom, I do silver rubber bands. I will reiterate the point that the clear pearl rubber bands on ceramics on the top do stain very easily. For me personally, I am a huge coffee drinker and a huge mate drinker, which is like this Argentinian tea that we drink, both that are very staining. So I do not recommend, but I personally just cannot let go of my coffee and my mate. So I'm just like, whatever, the rubber bands will get stained, and whenever my next appointment comes up, I'll just get them replaced. But if you're someone that you hate to see your rubber bands really yellow, I highly recommend that you drink through a straw or you try to cut out really staining foods. I also talk more about that in my first video, so you can definitely check that out. I'll make sure to link it at the end and also down in the description. But aside from changing my rubber bands, she also changed the wires on the top and on the bottom, and that's really what kind of hurts a lot because they really crank the wires through. And I'm not wearing my rubber bands in this video, but you can also check those out in my first video where I have the triangles on both sides. I do continue to have to wear rubber bands. That hasn't changed. I just didn't put them in for this video because I'm giving my jaw a little bit of a break because they do get sore. I have to wear mine for theoretically like 22 hours a day. So it can hurt a lot, especially when I just get my braces adjusted, and on top of that have to wear rubber bands. It can be really sore. So sometimes in the first day or two, I'll just take a little break from it if I start to feel a lot of like radiating pain. That is normal. It just comes with the territory. Obviously, if it's excruciating, talk to your orthodontist, but it is normal. And I will say that I was very happy, and she was very happy in this adjustment appointment because she told me things are moving really well. I'll try to insert a photo of how I started and how it's looking now. I have noticed so many changes already. My bite is so much better. My teeth have shifted so much. She even had to pull up my photos and be like, oh my God, these are really moving really fast. I can tell that you're wearing your rubber bands 22 hours a day because your teeth are moving. So of course, I asked her, is there a hypothetical world in where I can get these removed before 2 years and 2 months, because that is how long they told me I was gonna need them. And she obviously didn't make any promises. It is still way too early to tell, which I know, but she was like, look, I can't promise anything, but if things continue to move really well, it is a very high possibility. So that was exciting to hear. And hopefully, again, it could be such a big range. I'm like, does that mean I could get them removed a month earlier? Does that mean 2 months earlier? Does that mean half a year earlier? It is still way too soon to tell, but I am doing my homework. I am wearing my rubber bands. I want to get these off as soon as possible. But nonetheless, still expect some pain, and also it sometimes happens in very random places. So you'll feel totally fine for like a week where you're like, wow, my teeth don't hurt, my jaw doesn't hurt, everything's great. And then all of a sudden you'll wake up one day and you're like, holy crap, I am so sore over here or randomly back here, and it's shifting all the time. That is normal. She told me that is normal. At one point I was kind of scared because I was like, what if I have a cavity? Because it feels kind of like nerve pain, whatever. Within like a couple days, it went away. So rest assured that that is normal. It happens. Pain kind of shifts around, and it's just the way that it is. Now, for my first dental cleaning experience, let me forewarn you that if you are a female watching this, please do not wear makeup to your dental cleaning appointment when you have braces on. Luckily, I was not wearing any makeup, and by makeup, I mean like foundation, a lot of blush, just anything like that. Because the water, when they clean your teeth, because of the brackets, it was just spraying. It was like a sprinkler going on all over my face. I was getting wet in all different areas of my face. She was having to wipe down. We literally joked and I was like, wow, this is like literally a facial, because it was just water everywhere. So luckily, like I said, I wasn't wearing makeup, but I was like, oh my God, if I was wearing makeup right now, this would be a freaking disaster. So just know that that is something that might happen, because it's just, now you have all this metal, you have all these brackets and cleaning, and she really went thoroughly deep in there and got a lot of the plaque buildup. That's another point that really happens with braces. At first I was like, oh my God, my teeth are getting so yellow. Even though I'm flossing, I'm using my water flosser, I'm brushing in all the different areas that I'm supposed to be brushing, and I was getting like all this yellow plaque. They told me that that's normal. It's hard to remove it. Luckily with the cleaning, she got it completely spotless. I was definitely a little sore after the cleaning because she really went in there and cleaned out all the plaque. And unfortunately, within a few days, it was kind of all back. But when I did get my adjustments and she removed the wires, she actually let me go in the back and brush my teeth, because when the wires are removed, it's a lot easier to brush through everything and get rid of that plaque. So if you have the option to do that, or definitely request that when they're switching your wires out, to go floss and brush your teeth, because you're gonna be able to get into places that you can't when you have the wire in, and it's really gonna help with any of that yellowy or like discoloration go away. But luckily, because I have been taking good care of my teeth, because I've been using the flossing, the water flossing, and really getting in there, I didn't have any cavities, which was a huge fear of mine because I've had a lot of cavities in the past, but I didn't have anything. She said that I'm doing a great job with keeping up my oral hygiene. So if you need any oral hygiene tips, definitely go ahead and check out my first braces video, because I list and explain everything that I'm using to try to upkeep my oral hygiene to make sure I don't run into any issues, because those will definitely help. So now let's talk about eating, talking, and just daily life and what that's looked like in month 2. I will say that the eating gets a lot easier. That being said, I do miss my hard, crunchy foods. I do miss having avocado toast, or, oh, this happened to me the other day. We went to eat out with my fiance, and just like a very grab and go place, like a place where you can create your own bowls. And there were these beautiful chickpeas as one of the sides that looked phenomenal. And I saw them and I was like, I need those chickpeas. And my fiance also was like, I need some of those chickpeas. So we each got them in our bowl. And as soon as I sat down, I look at my chickpeas and I'm like, these definitely have turmeric in them. They definitely have like Indian spices. And I'm so lucky that I didn't eat a bite, and I just randomly came to that realization by just looking at it. I don't know why I didn't realize earlier, because I've been pretty good about that. But in that moment, I was so hungry. They looked so good. And I just completely forgot that I can't have things that are spiced like that or that are that color, because they're gonna stain my ceramic brackets, and there's no going back after they stained with turmeric. So luckily, I didn't eat a bite, and unfortunately I had to give it all over to my fiance, which was like half my bowl, so I was sad. But that's something that unfortunately hasn't changed. But overall, eating has gotten a lot easier, and you honestly just get used to food getting stuck in your teeth 24/7. It's just, it is what it is. I still recommend that you use the interdental brushes, and I take those with me everywhere. I have even put spares in basically every pair of pants or every purse that I own, so I make sure that I am never without one, because that is the only thing that has saved me from food not getting stuck in my teeth and me being embarrassed and not being able to talk or smile. Talking feels totally normal. I remember the first day that I got mine on, I was like, oh, it feels like something foreign. I don't like it. But honestly, you do get used to them. You get used to it pretty quickly, honestly. And it's just like, it is what it is. It's in there. And in terms of daily life, you also get used to having them. I don't feel anymore, I know I mentioned this in my first video, where I kind of felt like I needed to tell people like, oh, I just got braces on, or oh, I have braces, before they even made a comment about it, because I was just insecure about it. I don't even care anymore. I don't feel the need to say anything. Literally nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. The only thing I do have coming up is that one of my fiance's friends is getting married, so that's gonna be the first time that I have braces at like an event where I'm gonna be like dressed up and trying to look pretty and all that stuff. So I'll let you guys know if I feel any type of way, or if you've had, to go to events when you got your braces on. Let me know how you felt. Were you self-conscious about it? Or did you also feel like nobody cared and you didn't care and it was just like an extension of you that you just don't think about anymore? So just for a recap, month 2, I am seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Even though it's only been 2 months, it does get a lot easier. I promise you, if you're watching this and either you're on your adult braces journey or you are thinking about doing it and you're scared, it really is not that bad. The time is gonna go by anyways. You get used to it, you modify the things in your life that you need to modify. The external factors, people really don't care, and it is for your long-term oral health, and you're gonna be so happy that you did it. I already, just within 2 months, can look at my smile now and compare it to how it was before I got the braces on, and I am so happy that I'm doing this. It is so much better. And yes, I had braces when I was a teenager and I had Invisalign, and now here I am having braces for the 3rd time again. But nevertheless, I am so happy. The progress is definitely there, and I just want you to know that you're not alone, and it is so worth it. So I'm curious, have you had your first adjustment yet, or your first dental cleaning? I'd also love to know what shocked you the most in month 2, or just overall what your biggest fears are with getting adult braces on. I'll be posting my month 3 update soon, and maybe I'll even do a Q&A. If you want to drop any questions in the comments below, I would love to answer them. And as always, if you got any value from this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you can join me on this adult braces journey together. I am so grateful to have you here, and I hope to catch you in my next one.